Hey y'all, how you perking? I hope you're perking good. So, Trisha Paytas and her engagement to Moses? I say that because this is a heavily requested video right now, and I don't know these people. So, this will be interesting. The world has been shaken, totally shook by the fact that these two are engaged, and they're wondering about the engagement, about the relationship in general, about how Moses' family feels about it. Primarily, they're talking about Ela. Is that how you pronounce her name? I'm hoping that is. H3H3's wife, Ethan's wife. I'm telling you, I am going off of what people in the comments have said whenever they're requesting a reading. So we're gonna take a look at this today. We're gonna take a look at this today for y'all. Yes, I just recently got back from the gym and decided not to change clothes yet. And then I got to playing with makeup, and so I played with makeup and had fun with that. And just, this is what it's gonna be. It's a weird look. I got it. I get it. Deal. You can deal. So anyway, I am a licensed mental health clinician and a spiritual intuitive, and in these videos we do take a look at the tea with the tarot. These videos are always meant to be helpful, not hateful, so if you're down with that, join the family here. We'd love to have you. And if you look down here, you can see some things scrolling across the screen. Here is the subscribe button. Please hit that if you haven't already. And if you think you're subscribed, check and make sure you are. This is what the notification bell should look like if you think that you're going to get notified, but you might want to check my page anyway, because sometimes YouTube drops the ball. This is the join button if you want to be a part of the Perk Squad for 5 extra perks, including shout outs in videos. So shout out to Norma Della Mora. I love that epic name, Norma Della Mora. Shout out to you. Being in the Perk Squad, represent. So yeah, link in the description box below if you don't see a join button there on your screen. So let's go ahead and get into this. I'm letting you know because sometimes it makes a damn difference. So I'm just gonna tell you right now, it is, as you can see here, I think you can see, 11:32 on Thursday, December 31st. So, and that's AM, 11 a.m. Thursday, December 31st is when I am currently filming this video. So I have no ability to know if any of these things will come to light before the video is posted. Don't be like, well, we already know that. You know, well, I'm doing it here. This is the time. This is the day. Okay. Get it. Got it. Good. Woo. Cards. Let's move this microphone right here. Okay. So, as we get into this, please bring your... The camera's backwards. I can't do this. Bring your attention this way. Up here where it says, this is all alleged. Just my interpretation, okay? Just my interpretation, okay? That's it. This is all alleged, y'all. This is all alleged. We're just taking a look into this. And we're going to do it as respectfully as we can. Because like I said, I don't know these people. And I am not trying to be disrespectful to anybody, much less people I don't know. I am merely filling a request. Also, shout out to a certain someone who I had a Skype session with yesterday on December 30th for a private session, a private reading. And she was like, please do this video. You are avoiding it. Do this video. So I'm like, okay. So this video is dedicated to you. I don't know if you would want a shout out, but you know who you are. I see. You know who you are. Those are some initials there. So, anyway, let's dig into this. So, in terms of their relationship, let's just get a little bit of insights, and my spirit guides only tell me what is safe / useful / okay for us to know. If there are ever anything about the relationship that is absolutely off limits for us to know, those things will not come up in the cards. Okay, those things will not come up in the cards, so do not fear about that. No worries about that. So, looking into this Trisha Paytas relationship, let's get a little insights about it. Okay. All right. Okay, so this is an interesting way to start. We're asking about relationships, and there's only one card in the suit of cups. Cups is the suit about emotions, about love, things like that you would expect to come up for relationships. And here we only have one card, and this one isn't even a lovey-dovey card. So that's interesting right off the bat. And again, I don't know these people, so y'all may be filling in some of the blanks in the comments section. I know of these people. That's all. With the Four of Cups in reverse here, before I even get any extra context on any of this is looking like Trisha was in kind of a difficult situation. Like, this is like feeling like you're between a rock and a hard place, or damned if you do, damned if you don't, to be honest. That's kind of what this position feels like. And I also get this Knight of Swords in reverse, where this is kind of like when that hamster wheel starts going and going and going in your mind, and it's like your thoughts are racing and you're trying to focus, and there's just so much going on and you just kind of can't really focus, and then boom, here we go. Something big happens. So to me, it seems like she, from the cards, allegedly has maybe not been in the most in the easiest of situations recently. With this Knight of Swords is a mental suit, so it could be mental health related. I don't know, but there are some things here that would make me kind of feel empathetic and compassionate about maybe where she feels like she is in life in some sort of an aspect. I see here that there's some money stuff going on. Not saying that she would necessarily be having money troubles exactly, but that there's just some money stuff going on. Something about finances, something about career, something about finding work, making work, doing work, things like that. There's something going on with that as well. And it looks like she's in a period where she's really trying to get control. This is like feeling like you're out of control, and so you're desperately trying to cling to things to kind of like bring yourself to a point where you feel like you're more in control. And that can be a really difficult type of feeling to experience. So again, I'm feeling empathetic here. This Eight of Swords here, I mean, look at this. This is a card where somebody kind of just feels stuck. This is a trapped feeling. So in some way, like, it's seeming like she's kind of in a trapped type of feeling. And that's very strange for me to see that here if we're talking about her having like a recent engagement. Interesting. Let me get some more on this. Okay. All right. Okay. Interesting. This is a family card here. This Four of Wands in reverse. This is a family card, and it's in the reverse position, meaning that there's something that's either going on negatively here or something that would be kind of what we would consider a disadvantage. And with this Justice card coming here in reverse, that's like there's something here that's out of balance. Something here there's something here that doesn't feel healthy. I don't know. I'm just saying what I'm seeing here. Again, it's all alleged. Again, it's just my interpretation. And again, I mean this with respect. I'm just seeing that there's something going on here that feels like there's a weird dynamic. And again, if we're going down here, these are other people. These are people that we interact with. These could be friends. These could be friend groups. These could be family members. These could be colleagues. These could be partnerships. And these are people in this reverse position that I don't feel like they always have the best of either the best of intentions for Trisha, or that they feel the best about her or think the best of her or something. There's something here that feels a little bit negative. So there's something here that just is a little bit shady weird. That I'm not sure how to think about it as it relates to her relationship, because here it is, the Lover's card upright. And with the Lover's card being upright, I will say that it seems like there is some strength to her relationship with the man that she's engaged to. It seems like there is some strength to that. So for people that think that they've got absolutely nothing, it seems like there's something there. Now, I don't know if, it's enough for us to have the happily ever after type of stuff. Sometimes that's a difficult thing, but I do see that there. The Sun card up here being upright, but then we get this King of Wands down here in reverse. I'm just I keep trying to monitor the music, because the last video for my January 2021 predictions, I turned the music all the way down on the desktop audio and it was still loud. And I'm like, y'all, I'm sorry, I'm doing my best here, whatever. Anyway, so I'm trying to find a healthy balance here. This ain't whatever. Here with this King of Wands in reverse, this Page of Cups upright, what gets me here is the King of Wands. This is some guy that is, if he's in the reverse position, it's like he's on the not so positive side of his coin. So if you think of, there's two sides to every coin, and for the King of Wands upright, you would think of somebody who's ambitious and positive and driven and all those good things. But then the reversed position, it would be somebody who's those things in a less positive way. It could be somebody that's a little too driven, or somebody that's a little unbalanced with their ambitions and their passions. There's some sort of an imbalance here in this guy. And primarily the Page of Cups, this person is emotionally not as mature as he could be. As in, there's more emotional maturity that could be developed, that we could, and in fairness, all of us can be working on things emotionally. We all have shit we could be working on emotionally, okay? But so does this guy right here. Enough for it to be coming up in the cards. See, with this Knight of Cups in reverse, again, this is all alleged. This is just my interpretation, y'all. And again, I mean, no hate, no shade, no nothing. I don't know these people, but this Knight of Cups in reverse, the Knight of Cups is supposed to be the Prince Charming, the man riding in on his white horse, in his shining armor, but it's in reverse, y'all. This is not really a Prince Charming, and I don't mean that he as a person is defective or bad. It just means that right now in this time of his life and what we're going through, what he's going through, whatever, the fit and the click within himself, it just not quite, it's not quite there. It's like this instead of this. Does that make sense? It's hard to vocalize what I mean by this. See, this card here is a card about disappointments, and then this card here is about not really having a happily ever after. So this isn't really a happily ever after moment. There's something amiss here. And I can't quite put my finger on it. Devil card, but it is in reverse. It is in reverse. With the Page of Swords also in reverse. Okay, so the Devil card in reverse is like trying to get away from something that is either negative or some kind of, it could be codependency. It could be people being over-involved when they shouldn't be. Things like that. And this Page of Swords in reverse, that's kind of that weird spy type vibe. So what I mean by that is like, this is when people are watching in when they shouldn't be watching in, eavesdropping when they shouldn't be listening in. People that there's some sort of there's somebody that's over involved in this, or that is trying to insert themselves some kind of way, or that is taking information back, like, oh, this is information that's supposed to be private between these two people, but I'm going to go over here and tell this person, and then it's going to go down the grapevine and get to so-and-so. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, how do they know about that? I said that to you in confidence. Like, there's some kind of there's a leak. There's something here. There's a weird dynamic about all of this. I'm not too keen on the dynamics here. And again, this is just a legend. It's just my interpretation. But there's some sort of a dysfunction of sorts here that makes things feel off balance. Again, if we want to normalize, all family units and relationships have something that they can be working on and improving. So it's not like, I'm saying this coming from some holier than thou perspective, but it's something to pull attention to. It's something that is worthwhile to put your focus on, kind of thing. So that's interesting here. Okay, let's see. Get a little bit more context. Here we get the family card again. I will also say, and I'm just gonna put this as a very brief plug and spend literally 0 time on it after this point, because I don't feel comfortable going further than this, but I will say that there is a infant on this Sun card, and then the Empress card is sometimes indicative of fertility or pregnancy. So it's interesting that those two elements would come up here. I don't know if there's something in the future that will revolve around that, and I don't know if it does, if that's something that we will know or not. People are allowed to keep that stuff to themselves, especially if it's something that doesn't go all the way. So I don't know about that. I'm not going to dig into that too deeply. I'm going to keep this a little bit more surface level, a little bit more public life, because, it's fair to keep public figures, public stuff. That's what we're kind of getting at here. But I do see some family stuff here. And this card here is kind of a bad luck card and a weakness. And this is again, with some sort of communication stuff. So there's some kind of weird communication issues in this relationship and in the family. There's weirdness here. Okay, I'm gonna reshuffle this because this is leading me to a question I saw people ask in the comments. So people in the comments have asked, how does, Ila feel about this engagement? And kind of the things around that. And since we keep seeing themes around dynamics and family members and stuff like that, that might be the segue here for this. So let's do that. All right. So. Alright, spirit guides, whatever we are permitted to know about Ila's feels about this engagement, things of that nature. Okay. That's the card we got earlier when we were talking about the leak, the spy, the mole. There's a... Okay. I will point out again that in these 6 cards we have here, none of these are cups cards. None of these are those lovey-dovey cards. And I've been seeing a lack of that in general in this reading. In a way that I would find odd for a love reading, just to be perfectly honest. That doesn't mean people hate each other. It doesn't mean that, it's that intense. So I'm not saying that. Don't take that. But this is that card we were pulling for. Remember the leak, the mole, the kind of some sort of a weird involvement, something. This is saying that she would think that there's some sort of an imbalance, so she doesn't particularly care for the balance between Trisha and Moses is her brother and all that. I'm telling you, sorry, trying. That she would think that there's some sort of an imbalance there, like a power imbalance, or that maybe one of them doesn't treat the other one as well as she would have wanted them to, or that there's something that one of them can hang over the other one's head in a way that she doesn't think is useful or fair or productive. There's something there about that balance. With this High Priestess in reverse, this is about secrets. So it seems like there are some thoughts that she has about their relationship that she's keeping to herself. And that's fair. People are allowed to have privatized thoughts. Hello. We're allowed to have that. But she does. She has some things that she's keeping to herself about this. With the Death card here, to me, next to this Tower card in reverse, I'll be honest, this is kind of saying that she's probably not the biggest fan of this engagement. That doesn't necessarily mean that she dislikes or hates Trisha or anything like that. I don't know that that's true, but that this looks like she's not the biggest fan. This Tower in reverse is like a, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh God, 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 God. Like that kind of a moment, like, now what? So it's just a bit of a internal overwhelm, internal jumble of conflicted feels, and the Death card being like, I wish this would end and I wish this would transition into something else, like, something else. And with the Two of Wands upright, it looks like she had maybe a different idea for her brother. Maybe that's kind of what this is, like we as family members, when we love our family members, of course, we a lot of times will stay out of their business and allow them to make their own choices, but that doesn't mean that we don't have ways that we feel about it and some dreams in our mind of, oh, wouldn't it be cool if they found this kind of a person, and if it was like this, and if it was like that. And so it kind of just seems like this isn't what I necessarily dreamed of as like, oh, this is the perfect dream family, dream union kind of a thing. So that could be a version of disappointment or something. I don't know. Again, this is all just my interpretation. So I am seeing that there. Let me get a little bit more context on this. Yeah. So again, this is once again, we're getting this card that's kind of like the opposite of a happily ever after. And so that's not what you'd want to see here. And this Three of Wands is kind of like I was looking out for something else. I was hoping for something different. This isn't fitting the bill for what I thought I would kind of have chosen myself. But this, I will say, this Temperance card and this Eight of Pentacles here upright shows like I will work with whatever I need to work with. Basically, I'm not going to teetotal show my ass, is what this is kind of saying. Like, so there's some people out there that would be like, I object so much that I will try to make y'all's lives a living hell and break you up because hell no. There are people out there that would function like that. I'm not seeing that here. This is kind of like I hate to say it, this is kind of a giving up card. So in some kind of a way, there's like some sort of an emotional resigning that she might be doing about the situation. Like, well, it's in their hands and I wash my hands of it. Whatever happens, happens. There's that kind of resignation there that I'm seeing from this. So to me, it's just kind of an unplug moment. Which is not active animosity. So, we'll say that. We'll say that. Quite interesting here. Okay, so in looking at the time, I am really close to the 30-minute mark. So what we will do, I'm going to pull this up, and for the Perk Squad, we will do an extended video. We've already looked into the questions that we wanted to look into here today. We've already answered those. But one of the perks of the Perk Squad is having exclusive video content. And so part of that is the extended videos. That's fair. That's what they're paying for. And I'm going to do an extended video, and we're just going to dig into a little bit more of like the future of this relationship. So we've already answered these questions. We're going to dig into the future of this relationship for all of you Perk Squad members. And anybody that wants to be a part of the Perk Squad, if you aren't already, again, there's a join button below, and there's a link in the description box below as well. Lots of perks in the Perk Squad for anybody that wants to get the extended version. If you didn't want the reading to end and you wanted a little bit of extra context, then we're going to do that over there. So, alrighty, stay tuned, Perk Squad members. You're going to see a video very shortly, digging into a little bit of the future of things going on with this. And if any of you would like a private reading with me, you can go look in the description box below. My website, BeasTalksAndTarot.com, is in there, and you can schedule it yourself right here, right now, any time zone, anywhere in the world, and set that up if you'd like to. So, there's that. Alrighty. I feel like we need to take a deep breath after this one. Lord help. Alrighty, y'all. Don't be a stranger. Come back and see me, and I will talk at you later. Bye. Love you, mean it. Love you, mean it. Bye, y'all.